Hello everyone, it's me Toadsworth, and welcome to the 8th episode of Toadsworth's Interviews. Even though my last episode was over 8 months ago. Well, sorry about that folks. But anyway, today, this episode is in request for a fan called Nick's Worlds of Mystical Wonders, and he wanted me to interview Kamek today. So without further ado, allow me to introduce you to Kamek!
Hello there, Mr. Toadsworth. I'm so honored that you wanted me to be interviewed today.
Well, I mean, you haven't been interviewed yet, so I think it was fair that you do.
Well then, in case, I feel honored.
Awesome. Anyway, without further ado, we're gonna ask you some interesting questions about yourself.
Fire away. I'm ready for anything, as long as they're not stupid ones.
Why would I do that?
Fair point.
Okay, first question for you is, what's your favorite hobbies?
Obviously, it's doing some experiments, because I am always a scientist in heart.
And what about your partner, Dr. Cortex? Is he covering for you?
Of course he is, because I'm doing an interview with you.
Right. What kind of experiment are you currently working on?
I'm sorry, I can't actually answer that. It's top secret.
Why?
It's only knowledge for me, Cortex, and the members of the Squid team only to now.
So, you can't tell me?
Or any of the other characters. Sorry, Toadsworth, but I can't tell you.
I wanted to know.
I'm sorry, it's top secret. I can't share it.
Very well, I respect your privacy. Okay, well, besides your experiments, any other favorite hobbies?
Well, sometimes when I'm taking a break, I always like to spend some time with my son, Red.
Oh yeah, Red! I actually got a good question for you to ask about Red.
Yeah? What's your question?
What did you think when you first saw Red being born?
Honestly, I was pretty much surprised, and I was kind of expecting that he was going to be born after when Green was trapped in the Heartless like 2 years ago, and I knew it would create like a nobody clone of him.
But why did it turn out as an Octoling?
Well, I don't know. It just turned out as an Octoling with opposite colors, like green is green, so he became red.
But why is his name with an X?
Because he's a nobody, that's why his name starts with an X. But it's still pronounced red, it's just with a silent X.
I see. Interesting facts.
Yeah, but I really enjoy spending time with him, just letting him learn new things, because he's still a learner.
Alright, and he's been born about a year now, hasn't he?
Yeah, pretty much. He's been into reality about a year ago. And when Green first saw him, he was surprised, but until I told everything that happened.
I see. So, Green was surprised to see him.
Pretty much.
Next question. What's your favorite kind of food you like to eat?
I mostly like to eat mostly healthy, and sometimes some junk food whenever I feel like it. But I have a balanced diet system in myself, so I keep myself maintained with a balanced diet.
Oh, that's very good. A mix of healthy and junk. That's actually good, and you keep them in perfect balance.
Yes, pretty much.
Alright, so you're pretty much a civilized person when it comes to eating types of food.
Pretty much. And for my favorite dessert, I always like to have something sweet on the side, like ice cream or some cake.
Ooh, tasty. Okay, next question. What things do you hate the most?
That will probably be Tanuki Mario mostly.
Okay, and why do you say that?
Because he always likes to bother me, especially sometimes when I'm doing my serious experiments.
Has he managed to see what you've been doing?
Luckily, he doesn't understand what it is, so he may have seen it, but he doesn't get it.
Okay, and how come?
Because every time he says he's about to tell everyone, I use my magic and hypnotize him and erase that from his memory.
Doesn't that give him more brain damage?
I don't really care, he's a twit in the brain anyway.
Yeah, true, especially with his smelly gas.
Ugh, don't even get me started there, Mr. Toadsworth.
It's just Toadsworth.
I know, I like to be a proper gentleman.
Alright, I think we'll have time for just one last question.
Okay, what's the last one?
Out of all things, what do you enjoy most in your life, Kamek?
Experimenting, spending time with Red, and kinda also dealing with Tanuki Mario when it comes to a stupid situation.
I see, so you kinda like to bother Tanuki Mario.
Only when he bothers me.
I see. Well, anyway, Kamek, that's all we have for today. Thank you all for coming.
You mean thank me for coming?
Sorry, I got a bit caught up in the moment.
That's alright. Anyway, I'll go back and do my experiment now. See you later.
Well, everyone, that's it for today's episode of Toadsworth Interviews. If you guys want to see any other character being interviewed for the future, please leave your thoughts in the comments. But just remember, a character that's already been interviewed cannot be interviewed twice. So they can only be interviewed only just once. But please be sure to check out my playlist so you guys know which characters have already been interviewed and then can't really be interviewed again. Except for the Squid Team members, but that's only when it comes to projects, and that's only by Green's ideas. So please keep that in mind. Okay, thank you all for watching, and stay tuned for my next episode of the series, hopefully coming soon.